You can see me now, right? If you actually push the button that says go live, that helps a lot. Hey guys, I hope you're still here. It's late and I've already been to a party and it's New Year's Eve, so there you are. Okay. So I thought the problem was because I had, and I'm going to do it again and make sure this is okay. What I like to do, I'm going to drag my studio screen over to this monitor. Yeah, that right there. I like that. That's what I want. All good. We got good audio and video. I had start. Hey, have fun in nature. Okay, let's see. Have fun in nature is in Montana, and if I'm in Texas and I go straight up toward Canada, I think I align pretty well with Montana. So my best guess, what I believe, is that Montana is Central Time. So you're like me, have fun in nature, which I believe is Tiffany. I don't know if Brian's there or not. Let me know if it's both of you all sitting there watching. But I believe I'm talking to Tiffany. Hey Pollux, how you doing, buddy? Happy New Year to you. And you know what, Pollux, I don't know where you are, like what time zone you're in, and that's important on New Year's Eve. You know, different people have the New Year ring in at different times. Um, but in whatever time it's New Year for you, I wish you and Oso, if y'all don't know, Oso is Pollock's fur buddy, people call him, his dog. And Oso looks like a really cool dog. He posts some videos like shorts and different things about Oso. So we got Sean in here and Jeff at Calvin the Boston Terrierist. Have fun in nature, which is Tiffany. Brian worked hard today. You're chatting with Tiffany. Very good. So let me tell you what's going on with me, why I'm doing this. I would not normally ever start a live stream at 10 after 10:30, almost 11 o'clock at night, but it is New Year's Eve, right? And I had no intention, even though Jeff and I, Calvin the Boston Terrierist, we were accused multiple times yesterday of having a co-live stream planned today, and we were both at other people's live streams, and people were talking. They were talking about, you and Jeff, Todd Saw and Calvin the Boston Terrierist are going to have a live stream together. This kept coming, it got mentioned, and both of us are like baffled by it. What? I wish I knew something about that. I don't know where that came from. It may have been a joke that we made a week or two earlier. I don't know. It was kind of funny. And I didn't plan on having any live stream tonight, but I went today. I slept late. I got plenty of sleep. And the Longhorns won. They played in not in the championship series, but they played Michigan, which was pretty big time heads up matchup. It was close for a while, but the Longhorns won. Anyway, I had a good day. And I got to thinking about, it's my buddy, the sock monkey. It's his birthday. And I had this idea. I get these weird ideas in my head, right? And I want to watch New York. Here. Oh, I did want to watch New York. I'm more entertaining than the big show they have in New York. I used to love that, watching that with my mom and dad and my sister back in the day, the big ball drop in New York, and they had just the best, just wonderful entertainers, the singers and shows and stuff, and it was just a very special evening. And we would stay up, and I was allowed to stay up, even when I was, 8, 10 years old or whatever, to ring in the new year. And we would watch, and it would be on ABC or CBS or whatever. They all had their shows. Dick Clark was the host for so long, and I think I still would enjoy that. I've watched it some off and on, but it's probably because I got old. I don't identify as much as with the entertainers as I used to. Most of them, they come on and they're singing, they have music I don't like, and I've never heard of them. And I'm sure like I enjoyed the people that were singing when I was, say, 20 years old. I was real, man, that's cool. They have so and so singing on New Year's. I'm sure the 20-year-olds today think the bands are cool. So I'm not running them down or anything. It's just not for me. Akari's here. Hi, Akari. Akari is cool. So always glad to see you. So I ramble. So I'm talking about something, and then I see a comment, and I feel very compelled to respond to that comment and talk a little bit about it. And I ramble on, and I forget what I was even talking about before. So I think y'all know me enough by now to know that's just the deal. So if I don't get back to what I was talking about, sorry, I saw something shiny. And sometimes that shiny thing is something that's mentioned in the chat. And hey, Kevin's here, Hiking with Jackie Boy. I am running Hiking with Jackie Boy with Kevin's playlist currently. And just earlier this evening, one of them popped up. I had that on one monitor, and I'm editing video that I just posted of Sock Monkey's birthday party. His cake caught on fire. My fault. I caused a major fire on the Sock Monkey's birthday party, but hey, it's his fault for needing so many candles. That's where I was at before. Anyway, I got two things going on. I'm gonna address them both. One of them the reason I brought that up is I saw this video of Kevin, and he's playing the guitar, and he's got much longer hair than you see in his videos today, and it looks like a Mick Jagger haircut. It looks like how Mick Jagger used to wear his hair. And I made a comment to that effect. It was pretty cool. He's getting down on his guitar. It was cool. I enjoyed that. And oh, thank you, Kevin. But you didn't have to. I have no expectation of reciprocation of running playlist. I like to help people out, and I realized I got monetized a couple of months ago, and other than the super chat things that just wonderful friends and generous people have given me, aside from that, I've probably made like $3 in 2 or 3 months. So getting monetized is not that big a deal. Or people run your playlist, you're getting the hours, but it's nice. I think more rewarding than building your channel or having view hours or any of that stuff, to know that somebody that you've met here at YouTube has come to care enough about you to go to the trouble to pull up your channel and go to your playlist and start one. And that's really why I do it for people. I know it's not going to make them a bunch of money. Not the type of channels that the people I hang out with, for the most part. They're not getting rich from me running their playlist. But when they know that I am, it shows. It's like a slap on the back, or a handshake or a hug or something, saying, hey, I appreciate you and what you do, and I want to help you out. So that's kind of how I see it. So let me get back to why I'm actually doing this. That's the most important thing. After the Sock Monkeys party, and we'll talk about the cake fire here in a minute, I was sitting at my computer, and it's New Year's Eve, and I'm sitting here at my desk, and I'm all by myself, and I had a choice. I could either crank up my stereo and listen to cool music by myself on New Year's Eve, or I could go to a live stream and chat with my friends, with people that, hey, Barry, nice to see you, Barry. I'm glad you came in, Barry. I think Barry, even though he's in Alabama, I think that's still Central. The Eastern time. He's on the boundary. I don't know. Let's see, is it 10? Barry, are you 8 minutes away from 2026, or are you an hour and 8 minutes away? There you go. That's a great way to put it, Tiffany. Tiffany said, I want to spread love, and I found a community to do that with. There you go. Absolutely. Right on. Central Georgia starts Eastern. Okay, so you're Central then, Barry. Cool. Central Time rocks. What am I doing here? I feel sometime when I'm live streaming, I feel like a juggler. There's the link for whoever wants to join me. And let me get back to the thing. So after I got back from Sock Monkeys, I had e-biked over there because I knew we were going to have 2 or 3 beers or something, and some people were coming over. And of course, you know him. I made a short about it. All these munchies he made: shrimp and cheese dip and chicken wings. And there was 1, 2, 5 people. He made enough for like 25 people. But it was great. We had a good time. And I made a video about I got him this cake. And he got old. You know, as you get older, we stopped putting, like when you're 8 years old, they put 8 candles on your cake. Generally, when you're in your 70s, they don't. I did. That's where the whole thing about the cake fire comes from. You can see that video. No big deal. But I come home, and I'm sitting here at my desk, and it's New Year's Eve. Had a great day. Like I said, slept late, got plenty of rest. Longhorns won. Went over to Sock Monkeys, had New Year's / birthday party, rode my e-bike back through town. I get here, and I'm feeling, to tell you the truth, kind of lonely. Howdy, Pops. 6 minutes to midnight in South Carolina. Go Gamecocks. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just guessing, Pops, that you're a Gamecock fan. You might be a USC Trojan fan. So anyway, it's New Year's Eve. And I many decades ago, I quit New Year's Eve. I don't go out to party. Here we go. We have a guest. This is what I wanted, somebody to talk to, somebody to visit with. Hi, Kevin.
Hey, Todd.
All right, let's make sure we don't have audio looping. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, Happy New Year.
I don't have any looping.
Okay, let me double check.
I think everybody in here knows Kevin with Hiking with Jackie Boy. But that's who we're looking at. The shorter haired version. That I love that. Ed, you had some hair back in the day, Kevin. And that was only 3 years ago.
Oh yeah. I don't know what it was. I just skipped on getting a haircut at that time.
Hey, you're retired now. You can do that again. You could grow it out. Let's see. See, I have issues. I have a, what do you call it? I'm challenged on top. And you're not. You still got a full head of hair.
Oh yeah.
I actually, for the past year, up until about 2 weeks ago, I was taking oral Rogaine, which I never thought I would do any such thing. But as I got bolder and bolder on top, I didn't like it. And I thought, well, why not? What could it hurt? And it was sort of an experiment. Can I regrow hair? Does that really work? Well, no, it didn't work. And so after a year, and it's that Hims thing, you see advertised all the time.
Yeah.
So they contacted me, and when I first started, like a little over a year ago, they had me take a photo of my top of my head, and a doctor, has to write their prescription. Yeah, we think we can help you. So buy this stuff from us. And I fell for it. It didn't help. And now they're saying, okay, so the oral didn't work, the oral medication. We want to switch you to this. And I got this. this is topical. They say, okay, if the oral doesn't work, the topical probably will. It's called finasteride. So here, I'll show y'all. Here we go. Don't think bad of me. Hey, I'd like to experiment with things and whatever. So it's a spray thing. It kind of mists, And I'm supposed to do this 4 times a day, and I've only done it twice. And it's almost midnight. So here we go. And I do this, and it says to spray it on each where you're bald from 4 spritzes: the side, the middle, and the back to cover the spot you've lost your hair. So here we go, live on YouTube. There you go. So y'all check back with me in a year when it's almost 2027 and see if I got hair like Kevin. We'll see. Here's the downside. If you've ever used hairspray or mousse or whatever, it has that sticky feel to it,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is sticky. It's like a lady's hairspray. Or you ever dated a girl and you put your hand on the back of her head and it felt like glue? You're like, what?
Yeah, you're lifting their hand and the hair's coming with it.
It sticks to your hand. Yeah, that's not good. Anyway, there's my confession. I used
Well, one thing when I was working, because of one of the requirements of my job was I might have to wear a gas mask, so I could not have facial hair.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Right.
I could do the beard or the mustache and goatee, but Joanne would have a lot to say about that.
Yeah. It was a safety thing because I worked in a high H2S environment often.
Oh yeah, that is a nasty gas.
Yeah, you had to be able to don a respirator, and you had to do that test where they do the smoke to prove that the mask sealed and everything.
Oh, the fit test.
Yes.
Yep.
Jeff said, I'm going to wash that gray right out of my hair. Oh, wait, wrong commercial. I remember that commercial. That's
Menon. I do too.
Not Menon. Something that stopped the gray in your hair. I'm just checking the chat here, Kevin.
Yeah, that's fine.
Dude, you've been on a lot of good hikes. I've been commenting on your videos that you're so lucky to live in a place where you have all those trails that are more like nature. You're out in the
I'm surprised, well, especially the city parks in the northwestern side of San Antonio, because the northwest side is in the hill country.
Yeah.
And those are some very nice parks. Yeah, but a couple of them I went to, no dogs allowed.
Yeah, that's going to be the case sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
It's good that the weather is such that Jackie Boy can go with you sometime. And,
yeah, but
there are room for more. If anybody else wants to join in the conversation or come in, I'm going to go ahead and post that link again. I've been meaning to ask you something, Kevin, for quite a while. And I've never think about it, but I just did, so I'll ask it now. You posted some videos that look like you're sitting in a lawn chair or something that doesn't show you, but obviously you're close to this really big time fireworks shows. Do you live like next to Six Flags or some amusement park or somewhere where they have fireworks next door to you?
The fireworks I just posted, that was a repost from a couple years ago, and we're at Six Flags Fiesta, Texas. That's where we're at.
Oh, I see. Okay. So they're not your neighbor.
No.
Okay. That would be kind of cool. Like Chilo and Dee, they live apparently really close to Knott's Berry Farm because they spend a lot of time there, them and their kids. It's a pretty cool place to hang out. I guess they have a yearly subscription. I'm reading the chat. It's hard for me to. I have a one track mind. I can't. I have trouble doing two things at one time. So I'm seeing who's here. We have 6 people here, and wondering if anybody else wants to come in and join us. Right now,
It, what was really cool there was the Christmas lights on the San Antonio River, the San Antonio River Walk. That was Joanne's video.
yeah, I saw that you weren't able to go, and she was there. She did a great job for you doing that for and
Oh,
videoing.
well, her doing the video got more views than my videos do, which is all good. I'm really happy how that worked out.
You know, I lived in Pearsall for about 5 years. So San Antonio was the nearest metropolitan city, and I was much younger. That was where we went to party and go to concerts, to go to the rodeo, a lot of things, to go to the mall. San Antonio was the place. So I'm very familiar with it. And then the river walk. I mean, it was there. You could walk down to the river, but it wasn't a commercialized. They didn't have all the restaurants and all that stuff. We're talking 70s, 80s. My wife
Yeah,
twice in the 90s. Then when they were trying to build that up, and I was a little disappointed. But I see now it's a lot more than it was back then.
it's even expanded.
Yeah.
Yeah, the original intention of that area and why it was built the way it was for flood control.
Oh.
And they used to have an artesian well that went into the Edwards Aquifer, and that's how the river walk would get all its water. But they've capped that well. Well, when they started putting us on more water restrictions and Edwards Aquifer withdrawal amounts. But now they keep the level up is they use recycled water.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
back in the day, it was more like a creek. I mean, it's only like in some places along the river walk where the restaurants and all this stuff are. It ain't like the Mississippi River, right? It's like a wide
Oh
creek.
no.
It's like 25 feet wide. And they would have the little barge. You can ride on the boat going down and take the little tour and everything. And you're like 10 feet from each bank as you go down through that. And it didn't ever impress me very much.
Yeah, it's become quite a deal now. I mean, in River City Mall, all the different types of restaurants.
And a lot of really nice hotels have been built up around there. I know it's a
Uh,
destination place now.
yeah, the La Mansion, the Hilton, Plaza del Rio.
Yeah. Let's see. It is 11:06, so we're 54 minutes away, Central Time from the new year.
Oh yeah, it's already New Year's for Jeff.
And I knew starting this live stream so late, a lot of people have already gone to bed. Like my buddy the Sock Monkey, he told me he's probably going to go to bed about 9 or 9:30. Said he might stay up a little later, but they don't care about waiting up till midnight.
Yeah, right now Joanne's laying down.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah,
Akari had to go. Sorry, I missed telling her bye. I really appreciate her coming in, and I didn't really have any activity or anything planned to show. I didn't plan on doing this live stream at all. Who is that? You babysitting? Dog sitting?
No, I'm over at Joanne's place. That's her dog,
Oh,
Nikita.
Nikita?
Mm-hmm.
Nikita looks pretty chill.
Yep, she's a real sweet-natured dog. But it's the only dog that Jackie boy I have ever seen was afraid of. Because usually he's pretty fearless, but he's afraid of her.
Does she have the blue eyes, the sky blue eyes?
One of them. One of them is a brown eye, and the other one's the sky blue eye.
Oh, I see. Well, that's cool.
She's a sweet girl, too.
Can Todd and Kevin sing on Auld Lang Syne duet? Barry, if we're still here at midnight central, we will strongly consider that. However, I have a suggestion. Barry, you are a notorious singer, well known. We've all seen you sing many times, and I would like to issue you a warm welcome to come in and sing Auld Lang Syne. And you can lead it. I'll try to like a chorus or something, you know. I'll be, Kevin, would you be willing to be a backup singer to Barry as he sings Auld Lang Syne?
You know, I know of the song, but I cannot recall the words.
Yeah, you don't have to know the words. Just fake it. You get your guitar out and just strum something. It don't matter. We're just having fun here.
Yep. Well, I don't have it with me.
So Sean, the Jedi Master, is watching the Avengers Infinity War. That's a wonderful thing to be doing on New Year's Eve, I think, if you like the Avengers. I like those superhero movies sometime, or used to. Haven't done that.
Sometimes. I haven't watched one in a while.
Yeah. Sean says he knows Pearsall. So I knew Pearsall in the late 1970s and early 1980s. And you know how you always think, man, if I went back to this place where I used to live, and you have these fond memories and all the friends that you had there and the good times you had there. So I have gone back to Pearsall fairly recently, actually not this past dove season, but the one before. So a little over a year ago, I went to Pearsall and I went out to my friend's ranch and we hunted. And it was great to visit with him and a couple of other friends that used to live there but don't anymore came in, and visiting with them out on the ranch was great. But as far as going around Pearsall, the Mexican food cafe that I used to love, Mi Tierra, Tex-Mex Cafe, it's gone. All of the friends that I used to know there, they've moved away or died. And it's just not, you know, they say you can never go home or whatever. You can't ever go back home. And that's not my original home, but I lived there for 5 years and it was a wonderful part of my life. But things have changed, you know. So, yeah, I knew Pearsall really well at one time, but I don't anymore. I'm a stranger when I go back there.
You know, well, recently I was in the neighborhood I grew up in San Antonio, and we're there, and I was thinking about, I'd see these different houses, and I knew the people that lived there, you know. In fact, there's very few people I knew in that neighborhood that are even there anymore.
Yeah, Sean says he feels the same way about Odessa and Canyon. You know, it's just makes you kind of sad. It's not what it was.
But what's kind of cool on one of the streets is one of my oldest friends. He's still there. Guy named Leroy Harvey. You know. Yep, and
Holding out, he's the anchor.
yep, he's still there.
Have you ever lived anywhere but San Antonio, Kevin?
Oh yeah. In my very younger years, I was Air Force brat. So I lived in Montgomery, Alabama, Anchorage, Alaska, San Bernardino, California.
How old were you when you were in Alaska?
I was from just over a year old to about 5 years old.
Okay, so you don't have memories of like hunting and fishing or
No.
snowmobiling or any of that kind of stuff.
I'd have been way too young for that.
Yeah.
I was even there. I was even there when that huge earthquake happened, and had absolutely no memory of it.
Yeah. We're down to 3 people, Kevin, according to the thing that I see, and I think that includes you. So I would say Barry. Oh, well, Sean. I think Sean is still here, and Barry, and Tiffany. I think maybe when you join on the stage, maybe that takes you away from the count. I think those are the only folks left here. And I was not determined, like I'm going to stay here and live stream until midnight my time, until the new year. I just I wouldn't say I was bored. I was feeling a little lonely sitting here at my desk on New Year's Eve, and thought I would start I started one live stream, and like 3 minutes in, nobody came, and like, that's okay. That's not unusual. And I had been browsing and seeing if there were any live streams going on. There weren't. And I have different circles of friends on YouTube. They don't all intersect. There's different groups that I hang out with, and nobody was live streaming other than Daisy Mae Kelly, and hers was silent. So I started a live stream, and nobody was coming. So I went and looked again, and sure enough, Surfer was live streaming. A Surfer. So I ended mine and jumped over there. But 10 minutes after I did that, he ended his, and that's when I started this one, just to see what happened, what was going on. So I'm going to end it. We're down to one person's here. Sean is still here. Oh, Donnie with Barton's RVing is going on at 10:55. So Donnie, maybe Donnie at Barton's RV. Is Donnie live streaming tonight, Kevin, that you know of?
He said when he did his live stream earlier, he said that he may pop up.
I have another browser over here. So, and nothing against anybody. I mean, and please don't take this wrong, but what I do, I always, before I live stream, I check to see if any of my friends, if anybody, other than the ones that live stream like 14 hours a day, I see, is anybody live streaming? And I like to join theirs and just chat. And if nobody is, and I'm wanting to do a pop-up live stream, I do. I don't see Donnie live streaming. Let's see.
Yeah, here recently, Donnie and I have done some collaboration hikes. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that and commented. I've watched your video.
Yep.
Seen that.
Yep. But I still recall the YouTube meetup at the Chicken Ranch. That was a fun evening.
Yeah. Yeah, it wound up being called the Chicken Ranch. Yes, the new name that with no the place with no sign. It was, and we had the I'm really seriously thinking about going to the Garner YouTuber meetup at Garner State Park.
Well, the 17th, I don't know if I'm gonna stay the night there. I'm thinking of just going and making the day trip,
Yeah.
so Joanne can come with me.
How far is that for you from San Antonio to Garner? About an hour, hour and a half?
About an hour and a half.
Yeah, that ain't bad. That's an easy round trip.
Oh yeah,
From
and it's actually a pretty round trip too.
Yes, that's a nice drive to make. When I was at Pearsall, I don't even remember how far it was because when you're a kid in high school, you don't care. But we could get out of school and it didn't have to be on like on Friday. It could be Tuesday. We didn't care. 8 or 10 of us, as soon as school was out, we loaded up in our cars and we would head over to Garner. It was maybe an hour, hour and a half, I don't know, and just hang out and get back home at 10 or 11 o'clock at night. In that part of Texas, sometime during the school year, whether it was the early fall or in the spring, the weather was beautiful, and you know, I've more than once, a girlfriend and I would go to Garner after school one day and just go hang out and go swimming, and be back home to Pearsall later that evening. I've spent many a day at Garner State Park in Concan. It's a wonderful place. It's definitely my favorite park in Texas.
Oh yeah,
So, Sean, the meetup is, I think, January the 16th.
17th and 18th, I believe.
So, Donnie's Friday the 16th, I think, is when Donnie says he's going to be there. That weekend
Yeah.
is the 17th and 18th. So, kind of 16, 17, and 18, and different people might be there at different times or different days or whatever. And I'm like you, Kevin. I guess I'm about 95%, I would say, uh, have determined that I'm going to be there. My decision is am I going to just drive over there and do like you, just go and visit and maybe even stay at a hotel somewhere nearby that night and then go back out to the park and visit again the next day? Or am I going to go hook up my RV, my RV, which has been sitting in storage for over 2 years, and try to pull it. The first time I ever used it, to pull it halfway across the state of Texas, sounded like a great idea to me. So I've been mulling that over a lot lately. Over the last few days, I probably need the right thing to do. I know what the right thing to do is: to take my truck over there, hook up to it, inspect the tires, make sure they got plenty of air in them, charge batteries, do a full systems check, make sure everything's good to go and safe to pull it to Garner Park. And I'm a procrastinator and I got other stuff going on, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do. We'll see. But I appreciate everybody's here. I see. I'll go live after you. So here's the deal. 21. Jeff just said he'll go live after me. He's heading home. He's been over hanging out with family, and he's going to live stream from the future, meaning 2020. He'll be 2026, and we'll still be 2025.
2025.
So, Jeff, I'll definitely be there and come and join into your live stream. And hi, Dean. Nice to see you. I'm using StreamYard, so I can't give you a blue jacket, so you can help you connect with the other people here. I like meeting new people. I appreciate you coming in. And hi, Donnie. Thank you for coming in. So just when I was about to end it, because we were down to like 2 or 3 people, and Jeff's going to live stream soon. We're up to 5. Donnie has joined us. we just had a discussion. Maybe your ears were burning, Donnie, because there was the discussion about maybe you were going to start live streaming. I'm only live streaming because nobody else was, and I wanted to hang out with my friends. And Tiffany has hung in there all this time. I think some of us diehards are going to hang in there until it is midnight, and it is 2026, at least in Central Time, U.S. If you're Pacific Time, I might not be there. Donnie is going to live stream at 11:55, and he's Central Time. So that is in, let's see, that's in 30 minutes, 32 minutes. That's cool. Donnie, Jeff might be live streaming at the same time. I will pop into yours, and I may be alternating back and forth. I do this a lot. And I have two friends, and they live stream at the same time. I'm being on a computer and doing different. Okay, Kevin's back. I thought he left by choice, that he didn't want to be on stage anymore.
No, I was seeing where I was trying to see where I could see chat, and I hit a button and it just kicked me completely out.
Yeah, if you're in the live stream and you're on a phone, that's going to be very difficult to do without having audio looping. You kind of need a computer or a laptop or a tablet for that. So let's coordinate this. We were just talking about that. I always check to make sure one of my circle of friends isn't live streaming before starting an impromptu, a pop-up live stream, because I don't want to step on any of my friends. And I did a live stream earlier because I got back from the Sock Monkey's birthday party and nobody was doing a live stream. So I said, well, I will. I want to visit with everybody, and I'm alone sitting here at my desk. And I noticed like a few minutes later, A Surfer was live streaming. He had started a live stream. So I stopped mine, I ended it, went to his, hung out with everybody. Okay, Kevin's back. And Sean, the Jedi Master, has joined us. And him and his friend, Sean, is coming to the end of his vacation. Okay, we're gonna have a shot off.
Hey, Todd.
Crank up the audio, Sean.
Hi, Todd. Hi, Kevin.
Hi.
Say again, Sean.
Hi, Todd. Happy New Year.
The chicken doesn't have. The chicken is hearing impaired. Us humans can hear you. Hang on.
Hey, chicken.
So the beaver, what is that, a beaver or is that a muskrat? What is that, Sean?
It's a hamster.
Okay, the hamster is not loud. We can hear you. The humans can hear you. The chicken ears don't pick it up so well.
Hey, everybody.
I'm going to go off stage and I'm going to let y'all talk about the new year and what plans you have for your channel and what you're going to do. And I will be right back, okay?
Sounds good.
Mm.
All right. So what plans do you have, Kevin?
So I'm going to be doing hiking at a lot of state parks. Of course, we're going to be having Native American events that Joanne and I attend, such as powwows, certain meetings, hopefully February or March or maybe April, because we do a lot of stuff with the Texas Tribal Buffalo Project, and they'll have a buffalo harvest. That's usually a really cool event.
Ah, very cool.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was up at West Texas A&M. Our mascot was a buffalo, and so I've got several buffaloes that I have. Let's see if I can show them. Trying to see if I can.
So you have buffalo?
We were the buffaloes. Let's see. Yeah, so we were the buffaloes, and I've got this one. It's made out of pecan shells.
Oh, cool.
And then the white one, I worked at the Alumni Center, and that was a gift I got. And they give alumni the white buffaloes if they make a certain donation. It's got to be like a high one. But when I worked there, they saw that I was very enamored and I wanted a white buffalo. And so after I worked there for that full year, they gave me one.
That is nice.
So, yep.
Yeah. What I've taken away from the Texas Tribal Buffalo Ranch, what I've taken from them, I've eaten it already. And that reminds me, Todd did a very nice video when he ordered some buffalo ribeyes from the Texas Tribal Buffalo Project.
Ooh, I bet you that was good.
Yep. And Todd did an excellent video on it.
You have to be careful with it, though. It's not a prime ribeye. It's tougher. You have to be
leaner.
Careful to cook it, and you need good teeth, but the taste is wonderful.
They got places around here that have buffalo burgers.
Yeah, I think that's why buffalo burgers are so popular, because the taste is great. But when you make burger, you can add fat, so and that's what the buffalo is really lean.
Okay.
So it's super lean. So let's go back.
And the other thing is Texas Tribal Buffalo Project. Joanne is on their board of directors, so we get a lot of information. And when they do have the buffalo harvest, they do allow the public to come in, but they got to make a reservation to do it.
Okay.
And the first time they had the harvest, it was in Wilder, Texas, and the last one they had that we attended was in Floresville. So Floresville is easy to get to. I mean, Wilder's not bad. It's a bit of a distance for me. I don't know how far Wilder would be from Brenham, Todd.
It's not that far. It's down on I-10. Welder. I heard it pronounced Welder. I think you're talking about Waelder over there by Pittsburgh.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd probably be there in an hour. Depends on maybe a little more. A little. I don't know. It's not bad.
I've never heard of that city. I've been to Schulenburg, but I've never heard of that city.
It's a nice. It's one of those little hole in the wall towns, like as you go through, Schulenburg, Columbus, Steele, along that line. But it's back
Gotcha.
towards San Antonio from Columbus.
Now that they're having it in Floresville, doesn't even take me. It takes me under an hour to get there.
So
Where is that?
to continue this a little, I'm going to interrupt y'all a little bit. It is
Gotcha.
New Year's Eve, and I needed y'all to kind of fill in, right? Because I need a little break, a little nature break. But it is New Year's Eve. So I want to kind of shift back to that subject matter. And here's a question for Kevin and Sean and anyone that's in the chat. And I'm not going to go much longer because we have other people. Donnie is going to live stream in about 20 minutes, a little over 20, barely, just about 20 minutes. And Jeff said he's going to start a live stream when he gets back home from his mom's. And before we go, I would like to ask anybody that's here or you two about a very memorable New Year's Eve that you had in your life, like maybe with your family, with your wife, and some event. Sometimes birthdays stand out to you, certain birthdays more than others, or New Year's Eve. Do you ever have a really cool or tragic New Year's Eve, something that comes to mind?
I've got one. So basically, I got invited with some friends that I went to school with. This was New Year's for 2000, and I was actually in Canyon when this happened. And so some friends of mine, they've got a family. They actually were planning on going on a cruise. They went on a cruise. They had one family member that backed out or that couldn't go. They then let me go. And so I was on a cruise for the New Year's for 2000. And my fun for that.
How old were you at that time, Sean?
At that time, I was already, let's see.
Like a kid or 20s or?
I was in my 20s. So let's see, I turned 21 when I was in Odessa. So I was probably 26.
And so an unplanned and free cruise.
Yes. And so my fun for that, not only was it being on the cruise with my friends, but I was actually playing bingo for several events because the cruise person that was doing it was a young Australian female woman.
Oh, this is getting good.
That I was flirting with, that had a crush on. So that was pretty good for the 4 or 5 days we were on.
Free cruise with free booze and a young Australian female, and you're in your 20s. Yeah, I don't think you need to paint that picture anymore. That's pretty cool. That's a great story.
That is, and yep, I've got a good picture in my brain. So
yeah. Does your wife know about that story?
My ex-wife, she actually knew about it.
So that your ex actually knows about that story. That that explains some things right there.
Well, she knew about that before
kidding,
we got married. But yeah, no.
Yeah. So are you're raising your boys?
No. So we split up.
I don't mean to get personal.
Time. Yeah. No. I get my kids every other weekend, if not every weekend. Sometimes, and so they're up in the Woodlands, and then I'm here in Katy, so we're not far.
Yeah. So do y'all still get along okay? Everything.
We actually get along better now than when we were married.
I've been married. I get that.
No, I've been there.
Yeah. So Kevin, that might I don't want to get personal, but you and Joanne, apparently you say you're at Joanne, so you have different places, and you have your own dogs. but y'all go and do so many things together. It sounds like you kind of got it worked out, or you don't get in each other's way, but you enjoy each other's company and everything. It's pretty cool. I like it.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this last month or so had been very difficult for that Joanne. She
Yes,
was,
I know that.
yep, she was taking care of her mother, and then her mother finally passed away. Just right on the 20th. But I made sure I was around for her. Yeah.
That's always good.
And I'm going to change the subject to my most memorable New Year's Eve. We're at this one club. This was '84 going into '85, and I brought in the New Year's at a club concert where I was there watching Legs Diamond.
Hmm.
I know Todd knows who Legs Diamond is.
Well, we talked about that, Kevin, when we scaled Enchanted Rock, but all these people, there's this massive audience we have here. I'll be right back, y'all. Hang on a second. I'm going to grab something because my records are in alphabetical order. It will not take long. And I only own these because of that guy right there you see in the middle named Kevin. He reminded me that back in the day, not that long ago, I loved a band called Legs Diamond. And we were talking about records. I collect vinyl records, if you don't know, which all of you do. And I had kind of forgot about that. And when he brought up that he had OG, like original copies, really nice copies of those records. And that was, how long ago was that, Kevin? About 6 weeks ago, maybe? Something like it wasn't
Yeah.
ago. Well, not long after that, I made a point to add to my collection. Be right back. Let me find the L's.
So I got focused on it's now Thor: Thunder and Love is a movie. They're basically going back to back to back with the Marvel movies.
Oh, nice.
All right, hey, since you're back, Todd, I'm gonna go ahead and step out. I need to check a couple things.
Okay, Sean, no worries. I'll help you out here. Let's see.
Well, Happy New Year, Sean.
Oops, I didn't know he had more to say. So where's one of them?
That's the very first.
You know what I wish? I wish I could play one of them.
Yeah,
There we go.
the second one.
Yeah, I know.
Sing a little, play a little, live a little, rock and roll.
You mentioned every one of them, and they have others, but the first three are the main ones that any collector wants to have. So, yes, I took care of some business. I took care of business there.
Yeah, and they have one after that out on Bell, which was kind of their comeback album.
Yeah.
You know,
If that cover comes up at Collectico, I might snag it at the right price. But these are the ones. These are the ones that I had in my youth, back in the day.
yep.
So I'm happy with owning these three.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Thank you for the reminder, my friend.
Oh, you're welcome.
You know what? Let me see if I want to do this. Yes, I do. I'm going to do this very briefly. You know what happened? Recently, I did a live stream from Salud, where I stopped on the way back from a Sock Monkeys Friday live stream on my e-bike and stopped and ate birria tacos. And they were playing that music really loud, copyrighted music. So what happened with that? How did that go? Well, here's what happened. I did the live stream and talked to people there. It was great. I had a good time. And the next day, I went back and checked to see how YouTube saw that. And I'm going to make a video about it. I got screenshots of all this stuff. Did YouTube recognize that copyrighted music? You bet they did. Oh, did they? While I was there doing that live stream from Salud, in the La Jefa birria taco truck, and having a beer, and it was cool. It was a great evening. There were 9 songs that got played, and it recognized every one of them, and it identified them, and it sent me a notification. It told me that video that was ineligible for monetization, but it would not affect my channel, and that the artists would receive any revenue generated from that video. That's what I want. It's their music. They should be the ones that get those.
Yeah, I agree.
Those 2 pennies should go to George Strait, not me, right? I mean, he needs the money a lot more than I do. Right? I don't care as long as I don't get a copyright strike or anything that, I don't want to make anybody mad or violate any rules or whatever. But my impression, I might be wrong, but the email that I got and the messages that I see, and I have screenshots of all of it, it's like YouTube has no problem with it. They're just telling me, and they offer me multiple options. The reason I'm saying this is so many people are so paranoid about having any background music as they're live streaming or making a video. And it does have an effect. You can't get paid. You can't make 14 cents on 1,000 views of that video. You're going to lose your 3 nickels, basically. But if you're not worried about that, it doesn't seem to be a problem, because if you want to make your 15 cents, they offer you multiple options. They have choices. You can toggle any button. You can tell it to silence all copyrighted music, and YouTube will do that for you. They will kill all that audio that contained copyrighted music. Option B, and I may not have them in the right order, is they will replace that music with YouTube library music of your choosing. You click that, it pulls up this list. You can go through, check the song, say, okay, instead of George Strait, we'll play this da 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 do 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 do, whatever you choose. Cool. Or you can delete that video. They don't say, hey, you're in trouble, we're gonna shut your channel down if you don't delete it. They can delete the video. They don't even need to tell me I need to delete it. So I think there's a lot of misinformation out there about copyrighted music. And I can see if your videos get 2 million views and there's a little copyrighted music and you're going to make several $1,000s on your video, you might not want that copyrighted music to be heard.
Yeah, and I'm like, if you're making a regular full-length video, not a live, but a video, and you're intentionally using someone else's music.
Yeah, I wouldn't do
that. That I'm like, those people put that together.
Yeah. I don't know 100% though, Kevin, but the messages that I get, and I'm working on all these screenshots to show it. My interpretation of what YouTube is saying is that they have the technology to identify the artist and the links to that artist. That artist is going to get paid for you using that music. That's what's going to happen, and you're not going to get paid. That's the word, and to me, that's not a bad thing.
All right, well, Todd,
Yep, we need to
Joanne, yeah, I need to
go
get
live
going.
in 8 minutes.
Okay, well, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, my friend. I enjoy your videos, and I'm very glad to have met you, Kevin, and gone hiking with you, and that you're my friend. And
Yeah, likewise.
I look very
And,
much forward to
and,
doing it again.
and anytime if you feel like it, you can drop me a call. We can chit chat.
Yeah, or schedule a
Yeah,
hike.
yeah. Oh, definitely.
I'm retired. San Antonio is not that far from me.
Yep. Well,
All
I
right,
think that's the best thing I did was to retire. All right. Well, Happy New Year. We'll talk soon.
Sean, you are correct. Pearsall is the home of George Strait at one time. I used to go to dances when it wasn't George Strait. It was the Ace in the Hole band. Had no idea who the singer was. Later on, I used to go out to steer ropings at the local arena in Pearsall, and there's dude there eating tripas and fajitas with us and having a cold beer. And his name was George, and that was George Strait. He wasn't famous, and I didn't even know that he was the lead singer of Ace in the Hole band. That was a long time ago. He was a good friend of my best friend when I lived in Pearsall. His older brother and George Strait were in the same grade. He was several years older than me and my friend, but they hung out together and did some crazy things. So yeah, I'm very well aware that George was from Pearsall. Pearsall is very proud of George Strait. I got to go, folks, because I got friends about to live stream, and I appreciate y'all joining me so much. Let's jump over to Calvin, the Boston Terrierist live stream. If Jeff is still going to do that, and I'll also be at Donnie's. We'll see how it all goes. I don't know what to say about the overlapping live. It'll be good. It's going to be a great 2026. 2025, I think there were a lot of upswings, things headed in the right direction, and I'm confident that's going to continue in 2026. Thank you for joining me. Barry, all lang syne. May all the bad stuff be forgotten. May we all love each other. 'Cause Auld Lang Syne was a wonderful girlfriend back when I had her, but she's gone, at least for the time. Happy New Year, everybody. I don't know. It's hard to sing a song you don't know the words to, but Barry, I gave it my best shot, buddy. I'll work on the lyrics before next New Year, and we'll see you there. All right. And I hope to see y'all soon at somebody's. Okay, I think Jeff is saying let Donnie go first. Well, whatever, it'll work out. I'll be looking for you folks. Good night. I love you. Thank you for joining me.